Hey, kitty.
Meow.
What do you want to do tonight?
Meow, meow.
Do you want to watch a movie?
Meow.
Ha! Which one?
It's time, GBGBs, for the cat show. Get all your treats and do lots of bits and sometimes talk. Here is the Litterboxd.
Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, the Litterboxd, season 11, I suppose. Pet Sematary. I'm your co-host, Denali.
I'm possibly the world's best co-host, Ryan. That's what people are saying, at least.
Wow.
Well, let me tell you about the time the third co-host came back from the dead.
Oh man, is he better than me? That's not gonna be possible,
Is that
right?
how
He's
you
gonna
got
have
the
some
slot?
weird. He's gonna have some weird, quirky behaviors after that.
One day he was going down to the gas station to get an
Oh, boy.
apple curd pastry.
A what?
Apple curd?
Don't ask questions.
Is that how he died?
He ate something called an apple curd.
Yes.
Okay,
Tripped
and
into
Oh,
a
okay.
nest of bees.
Oh my god. And is he still alive or is he dead?
is that's what he
was-
died? He allergic to bees?
Well, he was buried by the gas station attendant who didn't.
He was
Was he
dead
alive?
though?
Was he dead?
He was dead? Sir,
we
please,
don't
could you just...
know.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. And now he's here again,
Yes, and he came back hungry.
and something's different. We can't quite put our finger on it, but something's different.
Absolutely.
Okay, and he's up. He's scratching at the windows. Has he done that yet? Have you seen him do anything weird?
No, he's just.
What?
Oh. He did a little bit of that before. You see?
Oh, but what's he? I'm interested in what he's doing now.
Me
That's different. That makes
hungry.
this story interesting.
Recording
I'm
podcasts.
so hungry.
Oh, okay. I get it. His name's
Guys,
Jace.
I'm so hungry because we need more Patreon subscribers, folks, at home for this podcast.
If we get more Patreon subscribers, I will stop doing bits like that at the beginning of episodes, and I will stop doing bits at the end of episodes where I just make animal noises.
Folks at home, we will make the show better if you pay us. And we will we promise.
We're really holding your money hostage right now. Is what's actually happening. It's been our con for 120 episodes. We're just now announcing it.
Yeah, we've been bad on purpose. And we'll stop doing that once we start getting your money. We'll record a separate good episode just for you if you're a subscriber. You guys want to do like a good episode for like 30 seconds just to like
Okay.
see like
Sure.
what, give them a taste of like what it would be
Yeah,
like if
sure.
we were good
Yeah,
podcast
that'd be
hosts? Okay. You guys see the news lately?
No, I don't participate in the news cycle.
A lot of stuff happening in the news. Jace, you got anything to say about that? My uncle saw a UFO once. Burger King.
$5
And that was a
footlong.
taste, folks, of what it would be like if we were good podcasts.
Jesus Christ, we gotta lock
Okay,
it in.
let's fucking do this. Let's lock in. It's been a while. We watched Pet Sematary. This is episode 3 of Litterboxd.
Yeah.
Our cat season, all right? This is the 3rd episode. And look, guys, I got to say at the top, I kind of fucked up last episode, all right? Like, last episode,
What?
I was like, it's time to watch a good cat movie.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. You did say literally those words.
And I may have jumped the gun a little bit because I thought
Okay.
this was a universally critically acclaimed movie. And I saw the 2019 remake actually has a higher Rotten Tomatoes score than this
Yeah.
movie, which is like a 50%. Like it is not considered good. So folks at home, if you watched this because of my words in the Keanu episode, I'm so sorry. But no spoilers yet and what we think about this movie, okay? Because the movie could be bad and we could still like it, which is not
Can
true
I,
of this movie. Yeah,
Can I ask what your guys' watching experiences were like?
yeah.
And perhaps what sort of platform you watched it on? How could our viewers get their hands on a copy of this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I watched it this morning, like a couple hours ago. I watched it on Canopy for free. You know, you get a library
Canopy
card.
with
you
a
can
K?
see- yeah, you can see Canopy. It's a great service. It's through your library. Tons of movies on there. Would recommend.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Cool.
Jace?
I got back home at about 10 p.m. last night after drinking about 160 ounces of Modelo at a barbecue, and I saw that I could watch it for free, or I could pay $4. So I gave myself a little treat, and I paid the $4.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Do you mean instead of watching like an ad version?
Instead of watching what I assumed would be an ad version with uncontrolled volume discrepancies between this movie from the 1980s and, Dorito commercials of 2025.
Well, okay.
I knew Ryan would. I wondered.
Well,
I
so
should have texted you.
One reason I'm asking is just because I was wondering if either one of you chose the path that I chose, which, in hindsight, we all think highly of ourselves, and we all like to sometimes, just hope that we are like skilled in ways that we're going to surprise ourselves. So I thought what would be fine is, since I have a current Duolingo streak of approximately like 115, 120 days for Spanish, I thought it'd be fine to watch Semetaria de Mascota
No.
on Pluto TV with ads.
Okay.
Which was the only free version that I could find
No fucking
on
way.
my TV.
Pet Sematary
No
in
way.
Spanish.
You watched the Spanish dub?
I watched this movie in Spanish.
No fucking way.
I didn't take Spanish at any point in my life. I've been to Mexico twice. I know like todo bien, mi jefe es bonita.
Your chef.
Well,
And
you're gonna get
things
an
like
HR
that.
complaint for that, but
Yeah.
And so me and Julie had a tough time this afternoon trying to watch this movie. It was a sensory experience.
Why would you do this? Why would you watch it in another language you don't speak?
Because I couldn't find another free version. My TV search bar sucks.
You would rather watch it in another language than support your local library?
I thought it would be fine. I thought it would be okay. I thought I was going to be able to understand what they're saying. Turns out, burying pets in a forgotten cemetery and having them come back to life takes a lot of vocabulary they don't teach you in the first 3 units of Duolingo.
that makes sense.
You did have subtitles, right? Eventually, like, did you switch
I did
them on
have subtitles.
to understand?
Every now
Okay.
and then
In
I
Spanish.
heard like, yeah.
Wait,
Spanish,
wait. Were they Spanish subtitles too?
Yes.
No fucking way. Because you turn on
Oh, you
English
can't be
subtitles to know
fucking
the
with
plot.
us.
There were not English subtitles. It was not called Pet Sematary on Pluto TV. It was called Semetaria de Mascota.
Wait, so you don't even know the plot of the movie because you didn't watch the
I
English
know
version?
the plot of the movie. If you
Are
take out all the
Fucking
words,
kidding me?
if you just take out the dialogue and the words,
Can't even.
Does my bit at the beginning of this movie even make sense? Did they get a guy who speaks Spanish with the same kind of affect that the neighbor had in this movie, where he talks like this?
Don't go burying your son like that.
Yeah.
oh no,
Wow. Okay.
No.
the baby was dubbed.
Really?
Yeah, they had new giggles.
The baby says like words too. Yeah.
It was
okay.
the entirety of the soundtrack was completely replaced with Spanish-speaking actors.
The soundtrack.
Like the audio, whatever audio line they had, accompanying the film line, was just completely removed. There was no original sounds other than like the sound effects, like the Foley.
Oh my gosh. Did
Wow.
the Ramones re-record their song in Spanish
Yeah.
at the end? I can't. How are you supposed to review this movie, Ryan? You fucking
I've seen
watched
it before.
another. Okay, you have.
I have seen it before, and I've seen the remake.
Okay. Oh, great. All right. That's good. That's good to hear, Ryan, because I had a lot of ethical concerns about doing this review if you haven't actually seen the movie properly.
Me as well. And honestly, I thought it was gonna go pretty good.
Can I ask you real quick before we review this movie? Did you? What do you think about the 2019 remake? Is it?
I
any
liked
good?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, the acting is better, and stuff like that. The story is what it is. I thought not to go in too much in the review, but like the practical effects and stuff of this were like pretty good. And like in the future, they kind of like clean things up.
Yeah. We did watch, the three of us, in our dog season, Pet Sematary 2, which is part of the reason why I picked this movie for this one, because I really thought this would be like a very cat-centric in the way that Pet Sematary 2 was very dog-centric, I felt. Or at
Yeah,
least
I was
somewhat
kind of
doxing.
wondering. I think you hadn't seen this before.
Never.
Okay, so you were misled by the title.
Pet
So
Sematary.
the title just being the place where
Yeah.
because putting a cat in a graveyard and having it come back and be kind of mean is not like that scary.
No, it was
No.
kind of. We'll talk about this, but the cat was also just kind of the same. Like it wasn't very different from a normal cat.
That's just what they're like.
It's just what they're like. Do you guys fuck with Stephen King? We've talked about this before. We've seen a few of his movies.
Yeah, I do.
You know, I respect that he puts
Yeah.
himself in his movie. And
Yeah,
I think
that was he called his shot, dude.
yeah.
Do you guys ever read Stephen King? Jace, did you ever read Stephen?
I think I read like the first half of The Gunslinger. Gave up.
That book was not. I did not like that book. That was
Shining.
Shining. Yeah, Shining's good. We've seen The Gunslinger. We've seen Pet Sematary 2. We've seen Christine on this podcast. I'm actually like a pretty big Stephen King fan. My dad and my grandfather were big like heads. They had like a shitload of his books. I read a few of them. I actually really like the book Cell. I don't know if you guys remember that really shitty John Cusack movie that came out in like 2016, where everyone when the cell phone rings, it turns you into a crazed zombie.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good book and a shitty movie. Anyways, yeah, I would love to do a Stephen King series sometimes because he has like 100 movies. Huge variants from Oscar winners to some of the worst movies you've ever fucking seen.
I liked the new Salem's Lot. I think I was in the minority. It was kind of a not quite as good Stranger Things. They tried to rip off Stranger Things like pretty obviously, and they didn't do it well. But everything else was great, I thought.
That's interesting because I think Stranger Things is a ripoff of it. Like honestly, or like
Well, yeah, of course.
yeah. Jason, I saw
Not
it.
stylistically, but like
We saw it in theaters, Jace.
Yeah. World went crazy.
Yeah, I screamed a lot in that movie.
People were putting
should
balloons
we-
in the streets.
I think that movie's fucking scary. Should we get into the review of this movie?
Yeah,
Should we
let's
like
get
get
into
into the plot, the meat of
Yeah.
this movie? Because I
Yeah,
think
we got to talk
meat.
about it.
there's a lot to talk about. Because I think this movie just kind of
yeah. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of questions that we can ask each other and answer about what was going on in this movie.
Yeah. My specialty.
Okay. Yeah, so Pet Sematary, I picked this movie. You know why I picked this movie. Yeah, it's like kind of like Pet Sematary 2, man. There's this what they call
sorry. Plot.
yeah, this doctor moves into this small Maine town, all right, with his family. And then there's a nice old guy across the road who's surprisingly chill. Kind of weird, but he's kind of a nice guy. And he's like, hey, man, there's an animal graveyard on your property. Pretty fucking creepy, honestly. His cat gets run over by a truck in the movie. All right, they foreshadow this dangerous road.
The
that's in front of his
highway.
house.
It's
a highway.
You gotta focus on the highway because I think it's probably the most important character in the movie.
Yeah, I think that the highway is there's like these trucks that go on at like 100 miles an hour right in front of his house. I would not buy this house if I were him. Anyways, the cat gets run over by a truck. The old guy is like, "Hey man, I know a place you can bury that cat and it'll be better." And the guy listens to him for some reason, and the cat comes back from the dead and is evil, and the old guy is like, "Hey, by the way, that is an old, as he says, Indian burial ground from the Micmac tribe. They know that as a place where people come back to life, and they're evil now. And your cat is now evil. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you earlier."
Oh.
You fucking knew that part. There's no way you didn't know that part. I thought he was just and then things fly off the rail. The doctor's son dies. He buries the son. The son comes
How?
back evil. The son gets run over by a car.
Absolutely
The same.
smacked. Destroyed.
You think it's the same truck?
Thunk. Yeah.
As
The cat one.
oh damn, that's maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, kid dies, comes back, and hijinks ensue. And I think that's like a good setup for this movie. It's that you bury people in this ground they call sour. It's a fucking cursed ground, and people come back to life.
There's an old warheads factory. Yes, the sour candy.
It leached out into the soil, and it's gone sour. Too sour for anything to be dead in.
So I obviously watched this movie with my eyes. So I know that I know that there's like the central family. There's Ellie, there's Gage. Gage is the small son, the smallest child, who's like what 2 years old barely.
It's not
probably
clear
at 3.
because he cries like a baby.
Yeah, but then like he
He's
can
talking.
run around
I
and
mean, he kind of he talks like a 3 or
wield
4 year
weapons and
old.
stuff.
Yeah, he could.
And he, so there's that. There's the mom and the dad. There's the neighbor Judd.
yeah.
But sometimes there would be flashbacks, and sometimes there would be hallucinations.
Deranged. Sequences.
I didn't quite piece together exactly what was going on during a lot of these like flashbacks and hallucinations, especially because I couldn't tell when like. Let's say someone was hallucinating or was being haunted. Let's be clear. That could go either way.
I saw it as
And
a
they-
haunting. Yeah.
And they saw a ghost.
A chill haunting though.
Yeah, like
kind of
the
a cool
ghost
guy.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, a couple of the ghosts like only the one person could see them.
Yeah.
So I kind of it was almost to me like a hallucination. Yeah, what was going on there?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the dad's first day at
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
he tells the wife, he's like, "Don't worry, honey. Like, a sprained ankle, it's the worst thing I'll have to deal with." And that's just not true at all. That guy gets hit by a vehicle and his brain's exploded, and that's Pascal.
Yeah, okay.
And that guy was close to the father when he died, when his soul left his body. So the ghost with the big head, blah blah,
Yeah.
was trying to help the family.
Yeah, his thing was like, you tried to help me, try to save my life, so maybe I'll try to help you out a bit with my ghost knowledge.
Got it. Okay, that makes so much more sense because I thought maybe he was doing like a funny, like kind of like a background character, like that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he's
Thing
just
the whole
talking
time.
shit the whole time.
I didn't really know
was.
what he was saying.
Yeah, well, it's like he was talking really cryptically at first, so you have no idea what he's like talking about.
Okay.
And I feel like they would have listened to him if he had been more clear, because he's like, "Don't go on," and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And like he doesn't listen to him. But later on in the movie, he's like, "Oh yeah, rent the Toyota from that thing," and like he's like actually giving good advice.
Yeah, okay. Because I remember that scene and I was a little confused because he genuinely did seem like he wasn't trying to scare her or anything like that. He was like helping her.
He was like buckled up in the plane trying to help out Rachel, which I think is really funny. I mean, we talked about this a little bit conceptually in Pet Sematary 2, but they bring up an interesting concept in this movie straight up where they were like, yes, it's like an old indigenous burial ground, but they also didn't know what was going on. Where it's like, you think the implication is some kind of like probably racist theory about
Curse
like they
or
did
something.
Yeah. And then, but then they were like, oh no, but they also didn't know what the fuck was happening. They were like, oh shit, get the fuck out of here. And so like the implication is that this curse is like ancient. Like it goes back like probably like way before any human maybe.
But why? Like, how is that
no
possible? Like,
fucking idea.
are there like, what is this god or something? Just like fuck this spot in
This-
particular. I
There's
don't
gonna be a
care
Warheads
who's there.
factory here.
I don't
Yeah.
care whether it's a cat or a dog or a human. Like, fuck this place.
Maybe it's like a doorway to hell or something. Like I can see Stephen King kind of doing that. Like there's a spot in the world where everything communes with like demons,
That's like
right?
that's pretty Lynchian. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I see because
And
that's like Twin Peaks. Yeah.
We've probably talked about the U.S. military taking over this spot, making super soldiers. That's
We must
almost
have during the
certainly-
first episode.
There's no fucking way we didn't.
Yeah.
But anyways, just want to put that idea out there just
Yeah.
in case that wasn't covered.
But is there any sort of evidence that the things that come back from the pet cemetery are controllable? Like let's say, they kill. They're trying to Captain America somebody, but instead of putting serum in them, they bury them
in the
in the pet cemetery.
Yeah.
Is there any indication that when the things come back, that they ever turn good? Because it seems like when they put something in the pet cemetery, it's just they're off the chain.
I think it would have to be a situation. Let's say, God forbid, they bury like 1,000 dead soldiers in the pet cemetery. I think the unfortunate move would be to put them in a shipping container, then let them loose somewhere where your enemy is. I think that would be. They're motivated to create more bodies to bury in the pet cemetery, right?
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Right, because they say in the movie they were like the ground like wants more people dead.
Yeah, La Terra quiere más muertos.
Is that what they said? Yeah, like I know that's
They
not
did
what,
say
that's
something
not how
quite
they
similar to
said
that.
it. I know there's the Spanish speaking people who are like, what the fuck? Yeah, but I think that's the theory, right? They want to make more bodies because later in the movie, Judd is like, I think I killed your son by showing you what the Pet Sematary is, because now it's trying to kill everybody and make you bury them in the Pet Sematary. Like, that ground wants everybody to be buried there and come back and create a Pet Sematary world where everybody's like that.
It's just
Is it? Do you think the Pet Sematary expands? Like, as they bury more things, do you think like the actual bounds of it get bigger and bigger? Like, is it possible for the Pet Cemeteries to spread like that?
somebody accidentally just comes up the bottom half like comes back
Yeah.
to life.
Oh, it's just the-
you know, like they buried them in the wrong orientation and the
God
circle
damn it.
ends, and you just like, oh, he's missing his arms.
You don't have a problem with overcrowding with the Pet Cemetery because everybody leaves. I don't think you need to grow the thing. It's just a
yeah.
circle.
What about the? Oh yeah, that's fair. What about the headstones?
There was no headstones.
They were just
No, there's
piles of
headstones.
rubble.
I think they're piles of rocks they probably put on top of people who were buried so they don't come back up.
Well, there's the pet headstones that they show in the opening credits.
Okay, yeah, but that's
But that's
the
the
Pet
actual
Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, that's not part of the burial ground.
Oh,
Burial
okay.
ground. The burial ground's
over the
behind
hump.
thicket.
Yeah.
Which
The
Okay.
insane hike. Yeah, okay. We should do a little bit of beat by beat. We don't have to go through every beat of this movie.
Yeah.
I do want to point out the cat is like third build in this movie, or like it's
Church.
the third character that
Oh.
shows up. Nice cat, I think. Really nice cat in this movie. Short hair, really soft.
treated
looks nice.
terribly. My God.
They treat this cat like shit.
Yeah, the cat.
Well, that's what was.
deserves to
That's
get
how it
some
was in
scratches
vogue in the '80s. Like, have you ever talked to somebody who's over like 45 years old about what
Yeah.
like a cat?
Try not to.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking to anyone 45. No, I mean, yeah, I think you're right that people did treat. There's probably a generational thing. Some people just
And
treated
like
animals worse.
demographics wise, just where you live too. Like, if you're
Yeah.
more rural, cats are a lot of times a tool. You know, they're
Right.
like farm cats and barn cats. They're tools.
Yeah, and the cat was the guy's daughter's, and he kept bringing it up. Where he's like, "It's not my cat." He's like, "I don't like that cat. That's your cat. I don't take care of it." And pretty good cat acting. Like the cat's hitting its marks.
Yeah.
like he's,
Cacting.
Yeah, he's like jumping on the tree. He's like hissing.
That cat had to have been antagonized. I
Yeah,
don't
they-
really
Also, the
make
'80s.
him-
Also, yeah, they don't really care about how they get it to hiss.
I'm not really.
Look, in the IMDb trivia, they say like 6 times that they're like, "This was all approved by the ASPCA. We had a representative. The cat was not harmed in this movie." Yeah, you think they buttered some palms?
They grease those wheels.
Yeah, I think so. Tasha Yar is randomly in this movie from Star Trek. She plays Rachel. I think both Lewis and Rachel are super fucking weird in this movie.
Yeah.
Like they're weirdly hostile towards each other. I don't know if this is some
The husband
Stephen
and
King-
wife?
Yeah.
Until the end. You watch that shit?
Fuck.
Wait, what do you mean?
He's talking about
The
him
end of the
making out.
movie.
He's talking about
Oh,
Lewis
oh,
making
oh,
out
yeah,
with
Make
a
out?
zombie.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, that was
yeah, baby.
yes.
Oh.
The makeup sex is probably incredible. I think between the two of them. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
How's that even
heads are
makeup
gonna
sex? He didn't. Well, I mean,
You don't know what happened. The thing cut out, and that scream might have been an orgasm. Fuck.
oh, okay.
He finds
okay. One.
Yeah. Yes, please.
I realized that they were different times, but you're not catching me moving to a new location and just instantly trusting my 80-year-old neighbor. And two, for you to move into a house and then like 3 days later, the guy's letting himself in through your back door and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you should get your cat's nuts cut off so it doesn't run around." That's like, well, okay.
Yeah, I would be like, get the fuck out of it. Well, I mean, maybe. I think he seems like a nice guy. And Stephen King mentioned this is based on real events, like this movie, like stuff that happened to him. Not.
Well,
not
that's a loose.
Okay,
that's a
let's-
loose
yeah,
interpretation of the
yeah.
word "based."
Yeah, so he did say he moved into an old main house like this.
He
with
never
wife
had a
and kids.
cat. Everything else is true, but he never had a cat.
Never had a cat. Yeah,
I just like to
his son
believe.
did come back from the dead. Yeah, he said he did. There was a nice like elderly neighbor that he had that was very much like the guy in this movie. And then he did say his cat was run over by a fucking truck on a dangerous ass road in front of his house, and his son was almost hit as well. So he said he wrote this book based off of those experiences and what would happen. And he said this scared the shit out of him. Like, this is the only book that scares him.
I don't understand how a county isn't just posting up a police officer back in the 90s and strong-arming every single truck that goes through there and, like, do it again.
Oh, a
And,
speed trap, you think?
you know,
Well, I wanna have a morbid story hour.
Yeah.
we're already talking
So
about this
something-
movie.
Something quite similar happened to me as a kid. So
Oh.
you guys remember my grandma's place where we had like my rehearsal dinner? overlooking the valley.
Yes.
That's on the main highway through town. So that speed limit there in front of her house is 55. So there's trucks and cars and everything that go faster than 55 through there night and day. And the grocery store's right across the street, so we always would just cross, And I lived next door. My friend Brock lived like 2 houses down. So I would go to his house all the time. And one day my cat went missing. And for like a week and a half, I was just like looking for my cat. And I was
my
like
God.
distraught about it eventually. And Brock was over and we were just hanging at my house. And I mentioned it again. Like, man, I still haven't found my cat. And Brock was like, hey, man, I need to show you something.
No way. No.
Aw.
He brought me out to the highway the segment of road between our 2 houses and showed me my dead cat on the side of the road.
What?
And it was covered in maggots.
God. Holy
And
shit.
he was like, yeah, my mom found it a few days ago and we threw it in the ditch. And they were hoping I like never saw it or like was like got over it.
Holy shit. How old were you?
7th grade.
Oh fuck, man. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry, man. That's like not a cool way to find your cat. Like,
No. So this stuff happens. This stuff, I
Jesus.
absolutely believe Stephen King. I absolutely believe it. This is like just rural life. This happens
Right.
all the time. And it's not even like a blip on the radar.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm not beat up about it. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I mean that sucks, dude. You had to find
It
your fucking
sucks,
cat like
but
that,
yeah,
dude.
but,
oh man.
Not beat up about it. I'm over it. That,
Yeah.
that was more than half my life ago.
Owning an animal out in the country, I think that's a rough life. Like,
No,
yeah,
it's different.
it's different for sure. I want to talk about a little bit about the ghost in this movie. Like the guy, like it's like the dude. It's like a student, right? And at his university, like we mentioned. But there is something that happens right before the student dies. He gets like possessed or something, and he starts saying, like, remember, like the student is not quite dead yet, and he's like, Lewis, don't mess with the Pet Sematary. Like he says that right before he dies, and this is before the cat even dies. Like it's almost like he has a premonition of everything that's about to happen. I just wanted to like.
Interesting.
Does like Stephen King do that? Is that his thing?
I think he does. I think he has this thing, like
things are
this
kinda
recurring thing about
predetermined?
like
Wasn't
yeah.
that like a Dark Tower thing, kind of too, where like
things happen in cycles.
cycles, different universes, things kind of I don't know.
And I think maybe because like the kid's about to die, like he gets a like a glimpse of like the evil, the Pet Sematary, that what things it might do later on. Anyways, when the doctor like has those visions of the kid, I was just kind of disturbed because the doctor was wearing scrubs in bed, like his work clothes.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
And I'm like, is he a fucking like morning shower and just sleeps with his work clothes in bed? I don't like that.
So are you guys? So this is the question. I heard some people have outside clothes and inside clothes.
Yeah.
And they don't wear their outside clothes like on their furniture or like on their bed.
Yeah, I'm that. I don't want to, if I sit on a fucking dirty bus seat, I'm not going to put that where my face goes or yeah.
Yeah, if I were to go like for whatever reason right now, take the light rail, go to a baseball game or something, come back home, I'm probably, changing, not plopping down on the couch.
Interesting.
Ryan, you just come home and you sit?
Yeah, I don't think clothes get dirty.
That's what do you mean they don't get dirty? That's literally, what are you talking about?
He's gonna find out that there's a thing like a bidet for clothing called a washing machine. Here
I
soon.
don't really believe that. I think that's
people
all
clean
washing.
clothes.
I think that's all like washing machine, like all the. I think that's Tide propaganda.
Yeah, big washer.
Yeah.
I wear my clothes for a long time. I'll change my clothes several times throughout the day because if I'm doing yard work, I want to wear certain stuff. If I'm like,
Okay,
if I'm,
yeah.
I wear business clothes to work. I wear like almost a full suit to work. So
Yeah.
I come home and I change immediately, but not because I don't want those clothes on my stuff. Like my shit in the house is way dirtier than the stuff out there.
So if you're doing yard work, like, you're probably covered in stuff. You don't want to touch your other stuff, right? Get all the allergens
I change
everywhere.
just because like practicality reasons. Like I'm usually wearing like a like long sleeve or like more rugged socks or something when I'm out there, and I get sweaty. So then I want to like get into clothes that aren't sweaty, but it has nothing to do with how dirty that shit is.
So you're like
on
the
outside.
doctor in this movie where you're doing a surgery and then you come home and you just go straight in bed.
That's not very weird to me.
oh my
I have a pile of clothes next to my bed that's like half dirty clothes.
Yeah.
Those stay there for a very long time.
Wow.
It makes sense in this movie when the doctor wakes up from what he thinks is a dream of going to the Pet Cemetery. He takes the sheets off and his feet are covered
His
in
feet
mud.
are dirty.
Yeah.
And he's not freaked out
He's
enough.
like, oh.
Yeah, he's kind of like, oh shit, like what the fuck?
Doesn't he strip the bedding? And
Yeah,
also
he
his
strips
wife was awake and she wasn't like, what the fuck, Lewis?
Dude, if I woke up like I'm getting an MRI that day, like something is wrong with me. Like
Change the batteries in the carbon monoxide detector at least.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. He's kind of like, oh, must have been the wind. That was fucking weird. Like he goes on too quickly.
To be fair, it was the 80s. Stuff like that just happened.
Jesus Christ. You can't just keep saying it's the 80s, man. I know lead poisoning was really common back then.
I think that
but
is
there's some things that are weird.
It's the only way to describe to me, I don't know, I guess how this movie, how like a sequel was greenlit and like why it had any type of high ratings at all. I was like, yeah, it was the 80s, you know? It was crazy for people back then. It's like they ran over a kid and then they buried the kid and it was just weird decision after weird decisions.
Yeah, like put yourself in the head of a guy who just had his cat run over. Like obviously sad experience. The guy has the cat in a plastic bag and like they're going to the pet cemetery together and the old guy Judd is like, no, wait, don't bury him there. I know a really good spot to bury him. And I'd be like, stop, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I just want to get this over with. And he's like, no. Let's go hike up this sketchy trail and like this really like shitty fucking hill where you could die. And then let's bury it there. And he's like, okay. And then he stumbles down a hill. He gets really, really hurt. Like, any step at this point, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, stop. And then they hike all day to get to this place.
Judd, you wouldn't believe this. A ghost told me not to go over that thing. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Yeah, if I'm also having dreams about the ghost literally points at the thing.
Also, this is this movie, and the fact that I was raised on movies like this further make me know I'm making the right decision when I tell people whenever I have like a quasi weird experience in my life. Like, if I think I've seen a ghost or something, like I work in a bunch of old buildings, like if I think I see a ghost or something, which happens, I tell people. I tell people like immediately, essentially. When I get up the elevator, I'm like, hey, guys, I just saw the ghost today. And other people see it too. And this makes me know I'm making the right decision because I'm not going to keep this information in me and then have somebody be like, oh, hey, yeah, go here. Because if everybody knows that I just saw a fucking ghost, they're going to be like, oh, I'm not, like, this is probably related. That's right. I forgot there's a ghost here. It's fucking haunted. And back when men were supposed to, like, bottle things up and pretend that, you know, oh, ghosts aren't real. Oh, like, you don't got to worry about none of that stuff. It's all poppycock. Then shit like this would happen.
So it's self-preservation. You're trying to tell as many people as possible.
Yeah.
To kind
of,
look,
like, don't tell me nothing that you think is sketchy. I've already seen the ghost. Like, I know what's going on here. Even if the ghosts aren't real, I don't think the ghosts are real. But I still see them quite often and tell people about them.
This is why this shit doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about, Jace?
Jace, you got something to say?
Bro, I'm so fucking lost. I can't even. You cannot sell me on this movie that this old fucking idiot was like, we can bury this cat, it'll come back to life.
Yeah,
so your
that's
daughter
the
won't
worst
be sad.
part of the movie.
And then 15 minutes later, he's like, by the way, they go crazy, and an old Timmy from World War II was buried there, and he came back and he started killing everybody. So don't bury your kid there, but I know you're thinking about it. Well, and you're thinking about it because I told you about it. And it's like... It's like it is funny because it's comical in a way, but I don't jive with it at all as a premise.
I think that's how the new one, and that character is played by John Lithgow.
Yeah.
Who gets a pass in my book for what he did for the Sasquatch community. So one up is a big homie. But the remake, I think the dialogue gets around those things a little bit better.
I do appreciate the old guy was like literally like 24 hours later. He's like, all right, I fucked up. Yeah, I should not have told you to.
We all make mistakes. Now, promise me you won't get mad.
I seriously fucked up. And then like later he tells the most insane story about like the guy coming back from the dead in World War II. And then he's like, yeah, me and the boys got together. And then we burned the house down with the father inside the house still. Like, they killed those two guys.
Well,
and also,
have you ever spent time with an old person? They tell the craziest fucking stories. And then, like, so casually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my grandpa has definitely told me things where I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
You should be in prison.
Jesus Christ. He's like, oh, yeah, we all did it. Yeah. Yeah. And then so like the cat comes back from the dead, right? We mentioned the cat is not that evil in this movie. Like, cats are already, I think, in touch with the demon realm just by default, and they love you, and you have a demon friend. That's great. This cat is not acting any different from another cat. The first creepy things he does in this movie that's portrayed as bad is drop a rat in the guy's tub, which if you're a cat owner, you know that is a gift.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, like the cat is if a cat gives you a dead animal, that means the cat is like, we are homies. Like, you and me are part of the same pack. I'm looking out for you. Like,
I haven't seen you kill a rat in a while. So here you go.
Slim.
Yeah, and this guy is so fucking ungrateful. He like slaps the cat off of the thing, and he's like, "Oh, disgusting! Get the fuck away from me, cat!" And like he's doing this the whole time. And like there's another time where the cat is like comforting his wife Rachel after something horrible happens, and he goes up to the cat and he's like, "Fuck you, furball!" And like the cat attacks him. Like I don't know, like. I'm Team Cat in this movie. I don't think he's did anything wrong.
Your description of those events was longer than the amount that the cat was in the movie.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of.
It's not. Yeah,
kind of crazy to
low.
me.
It's mostly about like the guy, like in this movie, like Lewis.
Can we talk about the only cool part of this movie though? Like,
I'm curious on what you think was the cool part. Was it the kid getting run over?
No. Well, no.
Pretty well framed, actually.
It was the technical part.
The absolute, like, bonkers couple minutes, maybe not even a couple minutes, like 30, 45 seconds that are how the old guy dies, the neighbor. His death scene is heavy metal as fuck. And it's one of the more, like, this isn't a slasher movie. This is like a old school horror movie, but, like, one of the most heavy metal deaths in, like, it's worse than any slasher movie that I can think of. Maybe apart from like some of the ones in like Chucky and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was.
Did you guys see that coming? First off,
yeah. Little kid grabs a scalpel. He's cutting the Achilles.
Dude, the Achilles, that was bad. Oh,
so
God.
Specifically the Achilles part, because that has kind of entered cultural consciousness in a way separate from this movie. The Achilles cut from this has like almost like the log jam from Final Destination 2. You know how people who haven't seen that movie know about the logs falling off a truck, and they're kind of like, oh, yeah. There's an entire generation of people, like the generation above us, who don't stand next to beds because of the scene where the kid cuts the old guy's Achilles from under the bed.
From this movie?
From this movie.
I thought it's because they read the Iliad and they know about the guy getting shot.
No, that's more of a metaphor.
And the cut looks horrible.
It's like, so good. Oh my gosh, the practical effects are so good. Like they cut, you don't really notice they cut back and forth really quickly, and the knife is already like really deep in the fake Achilles.
Yeah,
and that's like a really awesome edit. And then after, so the old guy gets the kid's hiding under the bed. The evil kid, he's been buried and he come back alive, and now he's got a scalpel from his doctor dad, and he goes in the old man's neighbor house and he hides under the bed and waits for the neighbor to walk up to the bed, and he goes and cuts him in the leg, cuts his Achilles in half, and the old guy falls. And then, so I remembered the Achilles.
Right.
I did not remember the next, like, 3 things that the kid did to the guy. What the fuck?
Treat him like a corn
So
cob.
he slices his mouth open?
Okay, but that one's
like
not
the
a kill
Joker.
shot.
And then
Wanna know how I got these scars?
he eats his neck, and then on camera he eats his neck. But then we later find out, like a long time later, when the dad's exploring the house, we find out that the kid also ate the old man's face.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they pulled the blanket back, he was missing like the lower half of his like jaw, like his lower jaw was all eaten.
Oh, kid, he was already dead.
Yeah, what the hell?
I felt really bad for Judd because I was like, Judd, he is a dumbass. Yes, like he caused every single bad thing in this movie. But he is like a nice guy. He's cool to the kids. Like he's kind of hanging out with them, like playing, like drinking beers with the dad. Like he's actually like helping out around the house too. Like I think he deserved better.
And why is the ghost mad at him? Because he's the one who told them to bury the stuff in the pet cemetery.
Oh, why isn't the ghost bothering him?
No, why is the ghost sorry. I meant like the spirit who's possessing the kid who came back from the pet cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
Why is the kid mad at Judd? Because Judd's the one who was like, hey, don't go do that thing. He's totally gonna go do it.
Wow.
I know what y'all thinking. I mean, I think it's it's the mission of the pet cemetery. The kid wants to kill to get more
as much as
people to-
possible. It's not like rational. Yeah.
The Rachel death too, I think, was also a huge waste. Like Rachel, I think, was kind of getting a cool arc, working with the ghost, and she was figuring shit out, and then all that just to die. Like as soon as she gets there, I think that kind of sucked.
Really,
I was like,
anticlimactic for her. I don't know. It's just
and she died off screen.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Also, what's up with the the cleaning lady?
That was just
Writes
like, what the fuck
a
was
note
that?
that
Just
she has
random.
cancer and just
Kills
Kill
herself?
What?
I mean, I
was-
knew that the medical field wasn't that advanced in the 80s, but Jesus.
Also similar.
also, like-
he threw her a bone. He's like, "Hey, I can check that out." She's like, "It'll get better. It always does." And it's like, well, like, why did you even put that in there? What?
What the fuck? Maybe Stephen King was like, yeah, I also had a creepy ass cleaning lady,
That's-
and I'm gonna write this in this book that she kept talking about.
Okay, I've got two things.
Okay.
We got two things, and I don't want to belabor the point or be a little bit too machismo, but if my child dies and a 60-year-old punches me in the face, their life is forfeit.
Dude, like,
I cannot think
That
of
was-
a 60-year-old in my life that I would let get away with socking me in the face at my child's funeral.
okay, yeah, that was like, and everyone was going off on Lewis too, because they were like, whoa, dude, calm down, man. Like, it's your son's funeral. Like, why are you freaking out? Like, like the father-in-law was like, this is your fault, you piece of shit. And like, I think that was.
And I want you guys to postulate with me. It'll be even funnier for Ryan because he was listening to it in Spanish. Lewis is like, your father will never like me. He'll always hate me. But he's a doctor in the 80s. It's like the most prestigious job you can have. Where is he from that he doesn't like him?
He should have specialized. He's a PCP. That's why.
Neurosurgeon only. Neurosurgeon a bust. Back then, I think neurosurgery was just like, yep, there's a brain in there.
Yeah, I definitely think it's broken.
Give me that big ass saw,
We could shock him.
and we'll see what happens.
That'll be $700, please. Yeah, the parents, they sucked. Fuck.
Well, pretty much to answer your question, Jace, from my perspective, pretty much nothing made sense. So,
This movie,
I kind of just had to go based on vibes. I didn't really know what they were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that was a different issue, but I think this falls under the category of gas leak movies. We've talked about this before, where I think there's a gas leak affecting every character in this movie, and no one is making any sense at all. At the end of the movie, too, like, Lewis is the only one left, right? His wife dies. He kills Gage. I think his daughter's okay. She's over with the parents. And then at this point, he decides to burn his house down. A decision that makes no sense to me because everyone's already dead.
And it's not a problem with the house.
Yeah.
So
and
maybe
also,
so that another family won't move into it after him and do the same thing. But it doesn't seem like this has been an epidemic.
Yeah, and the house is fine. Like, the curse is not on the house. The house is a perfectly good piece of real estate. Also, he's acting super sus. He just burned all the evidence.
Yeah.
Like, the father-in-law calls him, and he's like, hey, is my daughter okay? And he's like, yeah, she's sleeping. I gotta go. Like, he's acting like he fucking murdered her, like, instantly.
Oh, yeah. The second thing was if I'm ever up against a child-sized demon, I'll just go outside because it would have to come confront me one-on-one in a field. And I feel much more comfortable taking on a child-sized demon in the open.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of
The
next to a
child
cupboard.
has to. The child has to win only on like 300 terms.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like some
The
sort of
numbers.
bottleneck.
Yeah, he was really struggling with that child. Like, yeah, I think, like, one-on-one, squaring up with a child, I think
I
you're good.
thought the child dive bombing from the like attic was pretty baller though.
That
Like,
was funny.
It's like I have the high ground. I think that's probably what the child said, and then dove at him with the scalpel out. I thought that was pretty cool.
I was like, I audibly, like, when that was happening, I was like, dude, you're fighting a baby. Like, get a hold of yourself. Like, because he's also obviously holding, like, a doll.
With 20
where he's like, like, he's kind of grabbing it. And I'm like, this, like, you could go harder on
Just
this baby,
just
man.
chuck the baby. Like
You could drop kick that fucking kid. Like, he's holding it with both his arms.
Question from the audience.
yeah,
please.
down in front.
What would a semi-truck going at 80 miles an hour do to a
to
child's
a
body? How did it come back?
Get me the number to that coroner. He is the greatest fucking coroner in this fire.
This should have been blown to smithereens.
We scoop him up. We we put what's left into this baby-shaped mold.
Oh God, and we bake it. Jesus Christ! Do you guys know Adam Devine from Workaholics? You know, like that happened to him once. He was hit with a semi truck at full speed.
Is that what's
He
happened to his
disintegrated and they
legs?
put him back into a mold.
Yeah. So he has like really like serious scarring on his legs. He's talked about it before, and like he always wears pants so he doesn't show on screen. But he said he was like, yeah, I was like 9 years old and I got hit with a semi truck, and he's like, my mom told me I was thrown 500 feet from the semi truck, and he was like, in retrospect, like I know, and he was like, there's no way it's 500 feet. He's like, I think the longest field goal was like not even that. But he was like, I don't know why she had
field is only 300 feet long.
It was like 2.5 football fields.
Really funny.
Holy shit!
He's out of here.
It's like a Super Smash Bros. Like ding.
And he was like, I was thrown really far, and the street was the dividing line of the county. So he's like, I was thrown into the next county, which I think is really funny. But he said he had like fucking 7 surgeries a year every year until he was like 18.
Oh my God!
Like to rebuild his body. And he said he still fucking deals with it, which is crazy. Anyways, he was on the Conan podcast where he talked about that. It was a pretty good story. Oh, he buries his wife, dude. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
I mean, there's an out there, right? Because like if he was a suspect of murder, he could just Pet Sematary them. They're back, and then you're clear, right?
Oh yeah. Without the body. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So she comes back. I think pretty cool practical effect. Pus is just coming out of her eye. It is.
It's pretty
fucking
cool.
gross.
Yeah.
They make out, and like they're going hard on the tongue on top of the pus. Like they're going in. I feel like they were directed to do it.
And
in,
he
like,
was
the
still
grossest way.
fine at this point, right? Like he was still human.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean he
didn't-
was still human? Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Like right, like it makes sense for
Yeah.
it makes sense for, let's say, a Pet Sematary on Pet Sematary action.
Okay. Oh, like two zombies getting it on.
Yeah. But this was like I didn't miss a scene.
No. Yeah. Human and
Who would've buried
Pet
him?
Semataried.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's implied that she grabs a knife and kills him.
Yeah.
But maybe she's gonna get Pet Semataried, and maybe it's all gonna be good.
I think you never know. They should make another one and then make it about a completely different family and about a dog and Mr. Krabs.
Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually think Pet Sematary 2 is better than the original.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I had a way better time watching the second one. And didn't someone get Pet Sematary twice? Wasn't that the whole thing with Mr. Krabs? Like, they kill him and they put him back again? Or am I remembering that wrong?
It looks like we might be up for a rewatch.
Rewatch Pet Sematary 2. When we do dog season again, we got to do Pet Sematary 2. And the movie ends with a Ramones original song. I called in to a radio station once a couple months ago. They were asking about what Ramones song was used in a Stephen King movie, and I said Pet Sematary and got a shout out on the radio.
Wow. Usually when people say once, they don't say something that happened like a few weeks ago.
It was once, and maybe it'll happen again. Do we want to get into the cat meters? I feel like we need to
Yeah.
address this.
The
immediately.
meowometers.
Was that what we decided?
Yep.
We called
Unfortunately.
it the meowometer, yeah.
So stupid. Who the fuck said that?
We've really let ourselves go.
Okay, meowometer of this movie. Okay, this is not the cat movie I thought it was going to be. Okay, I thought it was going to be mainly the cat going on a killing rampage like Zowie did in Pet Sematary 2. I did not get there. The cat didn't kill anybody in this movie, actually. Very little screen time. Look, I know it's difficult to get a cat to act on screen. All right, I understand the technical feats of that, but it didn't really revolve around the cat. As a matter of fact, all the characters seemed completely uninterested in the cat. Like they were trying to just not have it on the screen as much as possible. The cat was named, thankfully. I think there was no cat jokes in this movie. No jokes about like Litterboxd, hissing and scratching. No 9 lives. No fishbone. No hairballs. No cat butthole shot. This is gonna be pretty low on the cat meter. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 2. All right, the cat's on the front cover. I think you get something for that, and the cat does set the chain of events forward. We didn't mention how the cat dies. I think it's really fucking sad. All right, the cat again was doing nothing. He gave it a piece of steak and then just gave it a shot, and it slowly died. It was fucking awful. Didn't like the cat scenes in this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1. I feel pretty strongly that this is not a cat movie. Pass.
1 meow. possibly a hiss.
Yeah, I'm between a 1 and a 2. I think I'm gonna go with a 2 meows. It's a meow meow because I could imagine a movie with less cats than this. Like, that's the only reason it's getting a 2, because I need to leave space at the bottom for like, what the fuck? There was a cat for like one scene.
Yeah.
I think this is more of a cat movie than like Alien, for instance.
No, no. Alien has a cat though.
Yeah. So does this.
I think the cat's more consequential in Alien.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that. And the and other than that, yeah, there was some hissing, but other than that, it was just kind of like a stand-in. They really didn't need the cat. It was just like, it could have been a bird, it could have been anything, could have been a hamster, and the plot wouldn't have changed. Like, to be a cat movie, it has to, like, something has to be cat specific.
It has to be a cat, yeah.
So yep, I'll give it 2.
Low on the cat meter. We didn't get there on this one, but now it's time for the movie meter. What do we think of this movie? Okay, I said on the top that I realized this was not a good movie going in, all right? And I think within about like 2 line readings, I realized what kind of movie this was going to be, because this movie's bad, all right? I did not enjoy this watch at all. I think about 5 minutes in, Amber got up from the couch and was like, all right, I am not watching this. The acting is fucking dog shit. Normally I like Tasha Yar in stuff. I don't think it's very good in this cat shit in this movie. I don't think it was enjoyable. It was just kind of like it felt kind of just like trauma porn, honestly, when you watch some of these movies where you're just watching like a chain of fucked up events. I don't know how this movie was successful. This movie made back like, I think 10 times its budget or some shit. Like, it's not even bad enough to be fun. I think I agree with Ryan in the last like 5 minutes where shit was really hitting the fan. I think that's when I kind of perked up a little bit. It was kind of getting creative. But as soon as you see this movie, you see the premise, I feel like you could map out everything that happens, where you're like, oh, something's gonna happen, he's gonna bury the kid, you see the fucking thing. There's no suspense in this movie. I wasn't having a good time, all right? I'm gonna give it a 2. You could go worse. I would probably see this over some other movies we've watched.
I'm giving this movie a set of whiskers. I'm gonna give it a 1. When they were at Judd's house and they took a shot across the street towards Luis's house, and they showed roughly an acre of fenced-in area where they could have been flying that kite. You know, I was already really low on the movie, but I was like, I'm supposed to believe you weren't just flying in there and a kid died? Huh?
Yeah, the kid's also like running towards the road, and he turns around. And he's like, "Oh, hey guys!" Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a parent, but
yeah,
I should keep an eye on the kid.
I really hate Chucky, so quite frankly, I think the one point that I'm going to give this movie is a really strong point towards how uncomfortable the pitter-pattering in the final sequence made me feel. That's all I can recommend from this movie.
Okay, Ryan, did you love this movie?
No. I think that
Do it in Spanish.
my viewing experience was greatly hindered by the fact that I was watching in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish.
What? This has never happened in the history of the podcast, right? We've never had. It's like you didn't watch
It's
it.
the
It's like you
perfect movie for him to have done it. We've given it a 2 and a 1.
just. And it also, like, the visual storytelling apparently didn't translate, right? Like, it didn't come across.
Oh no, I'm giving it a 4.
Oh
my God.
I mean, I don't hate this movie. I think it's got, forgive me, it's got good bones, but that's about
Stupid.
it. I think that the funny part is that the screenplay in this movie was actually written by Stephen King, because that was the only part of the movie that was in English, was the opening credits. But but other than that, like, I agree the actual execution wasn't that great. The final sequence, though, was good. You can see how it inspired other movies like Trick or Treat, which I loved, one of my favorite movies. And even, like Jason's mentioned, the series like Child's Play with Chucky. Fighting a kid is kind of terrifying. There's other considerations other than just if Jason comes around, I'm going to try to punch him in the face. Like, you know, if a little kid comes up to me with a scalpel, I'm going to be like, oh, hey there. Oh, what do you got? Let me see that. Can you hand it to me? You know, and he's going to try and jab me with it if he's evil. Like, there's other considerations going on. I'm not immediately just going to punt him across the field. And so I think it asks some interesting questions. I do like the concept of the Pet Sematary. I liked the planes, trains, and automobiles subplot line a little bit. I don't know why that was in there, but it was just kind of funny that it was. The ghost aspect was cool, even though I did not know a word they were saying. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't plagued by the bad acting because it was entirely dubbed.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Since I don't speak Spanish, I don't know actually how good the actors were.
Maybe the Spanish speakers were like
Killing
actually
it.
good actors.
Yeah.
And they were like really fucking killing this.
So yeah, 4 is fair. I think. Watch the remake.
How is that fair? That is not
What do you
fair.
mean?
You didn't see the fucking movie. You're like, you basically
no,
watched
I
it
saw
on a plane
the movie.
from 2 seats
I
over.
saw the movie. I
Okay.
very much saw the movie. I watched the movie. I just didn't listen to it.
God, yeah, okay. All right.
So I'll give it a 4. Watch the remake. If you're interested at all, I would say skip the Ridge, watch the Reem.
All right, folks. There you have it. Pet Sematary, not quite a recommend from GBGBs.
It's Jace's pick.
Yeah, Jace, do you have a pick for... Is it the Pet Sematary remake? Maybe we could have a redemption.
No.
Do they have that in Spanish?
I was thinking about leaving this up to fate, you know.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Like
okay.
a selection. Okay. There are 4 cat movies that I'm interested in watching, and each one of them is from a different country. Okay.
Oh.
There's a Japanese
We
movie.
might be watching it in Spanish.
There's a French
okay.
movie.
All right.
There's a German movie, and there's a Korean movie.
Oh,
3 of them are animated, and 1 is a horror movie.
Ooh.
interesting. Okay.
Do you want me to tell you what they are?
I make
Should
it-
we pick or wheel them?
Yeah, please. Yeah, otherwise it's just dead air.
Yeah.
So
Should I pause until we...
I was thinking from Studio Ghibli, The Cat Returns.
Oh.
I've never seen it.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
I
nice.
actually haven't seen that. Yeah.
From Germany, Felidae, the
How do you say-
really brutal neo-noir horror thriller cat animated
Christ.
with the cat sex scene, which
Holy
think
shit.
would
What's
be-
it called? What's it called?
F-E-L-D-L-I-D-A-E. I can't spell. Never mind.
Felidae, Felidae.
Felidae.
Oh, I think I've heard it. Did we talk about this?
I think we talked. I think I said.
No. I think I mentioned Mr. Fritz, which is another movie where the cat does drugs and has sex.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
From France, Cat in Paris.
Oh, La Cat de Paris.
And then it's called The Cat. 2011 is the horror movie.
The cat?
Korean horror movie. Do any of those sound particularly interesting to you guys?
All of these actually have okay Rotten Tomato scores. Besides Felidae. Felidae is actually banned in several countries.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking.
That seems like pretty good content.
That
Okay, wait, hang on.
that seems like an endorsement. If it's
Can I-
being banned, I'm watching it or I'm reading it.
Yeah, because of profanity, crude humor, right-wing statements, and inflammatory remarks about issues such as the Holocaust and the immigration of Islamic refugees. What? Wait, what?
You know what? There are some things that are banned
For good reason.
that should be.
Okay.
I
Are
don't
you
know how to
fucking
reconcile. That's not the
kidding
way
me?
I thought it was going. I thought maybe it was going to be banned in like.
For the cat sex.
Oh, okay, wait. Sorry. Felidae is the book is banned, not the movie. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Apparently the books they go for $100 on eBay because they're out of print.
this is so good.
So if you find this racist book somewhere, you can sell this racist cat book. Holy
Is this
fuck!
just? This just says Project 1927.
Felidae is also the most expensive animated film produced in Germany. So that shows you where their head's at.
I feel like,
Oh yeah, und racist movie. Let's put our whole economy.
I think it could be a funny review, but I think it could also yuck
Holy
us.
fuck.
I think.
Is
I
it
might watch
watchable?
it on
wanna
my own
see-
time.
I want to see Cat Returns anyways, and it's an Anne Hathaway movie.
Oh, what?
We can do Cat Returns
Or
because that's a good
Cat in
movie.
Paris looks fun. I'd be down for it. If you want to do this based on the fates, you want to do a triple spin and maybe have the racist cat movie be a slightly smaller slice. Look, if God wants us to,
I was like,
review
yeah, this looks interesting.
just like my jaw is dropping lower and lower as I read more about this movie. The story centers around a domestic house cat, Francis, and the grisly feline murders taking place in his neighborhood.
I'm gonna read the top Letterboxd review, just a blurb to you guys.
Okay, for Felidae?
You could never do a live-action version of this, with its feline vivisection and graphic nightmares, not legally. As far as transgressive cinema goes, this film manages to hit the high points of graphic violence, violent sex, excretory humor, animal abuse, and technically speaking, wall-to-wall nudity.
Look, I got a couple
my
friends
God.
follow me on Letterboxd.
It's an underrated classic of the genre of shock and gore, taking its noir plot to places no one else would dare.
If God wants us to watch
there's
this...
a eugenics plot line.
Oh, that's why the Germans funded it.
The cat says Führer.
No fucking way.
I think we can't do that movie. Oh, I think we should play it safe and we should watch the Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
We're gonna watch The Cat Returns.
That's so funny.
Okay,
I
we're
was
gonna watch
just
Cat
talking about that movie
Returns.
today.
Okay, everybody, welcome back from a interesting deep dive into what movies we might be watching this week.
Let us know what you think about Pet Sematary, the movie. Let us know if you want us to watch a certain cat movie. And if it's Felidae, we're not watching it. But we'll join us next week for, what was it, Cat in the Hat Returns or some shit? Was it The Cat Returns?
He is wearing a hat. Makes you
Sorry.
think.
Cat Returns.
Why do I have a penchant for choosing movies with cats and top hats?
I think you like hats, man.
Jason's like-
Something about these cats with hats, man. I fucking love them.
It fucking rhymes.
there-
I don't know, man.
Is there,
It gets me
is there
going.
a cat with a top hat in Cats? Am I gonna have to pitch
It
that one?
rocks.
There is. There's 100%.
I think Jace's next tattoo should be a cat in a top hat. These guys fucking rock, man. Should we leave our audience with a like something that someone resurrected from the Pet Sematary would say? Remember
Your
Shovels.
when
we
Go.
to
the
Good.
Stinky
outdoor
Cat.
Petting Zoo.
emporium.
Actually, that works. That works.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
I was.
something that
yeah.
That's kind of what the guy said in the movie.
Yeah, really.
Pascal.
Really? Oh.
Pascal.
You crazy cat.